Hello, and Firemac here, and welcome back to Endwalker with me, Firemac. And we're still in Garlean. And can you believe it's still level 82 content? I feel like I have not made any progress. I took care of the quest like I said I would in between sessions. If you're watching me streaming, you saw me take care of it live. Otherwise, yeah, let's just get the story rolling. The last bastion. Julius, not Julius, it's just Julius. Julius knows only too well that danger lurks around every corner. From here, we'll be heading northeast, keeping to the left of the railway, where the route itself is straightforward, getting past the hordes unseen as anything but. Keep your weapons at the ready. They would attack their own countrymen? Aye, they spare their own but slaughter the rest without hesitation. Though, we'll try to avoid detection. The chances of sneaking by completely unnoticed are slim at best. I will lead the way, but in the event we are seen, you're to fight them off. Those two will follow us, provided they can refrain from drawing their weapons. While I doubt that they would be foolish enough to stab their guide in the back, I will not take the chance. With that said, let us proceed. Where's our nearest Aether current? All right. Ooh, 42 yalms north, so it's like right around here. Probably right around the back of this. Hold on, let me take care of that. Yeah, hold on. I'll get to you here in a second. There's an Aether current around here. Where are you? Aha! I thought you could hide from me. Did I see a sightseeing log? I thought I did. Where's the next one? 252 yalms north. So a ways to go. Oh, I got stunned. Pay a favor, you get stunned. And hiya! God damn it, we're perfectly capable of holding our own. We must stay alert. I see why your comrades chose you. Julius, our contingent has a cure for the afflicted, or tempered as we call them. Your people would need to be taken into custody that we may administer the treatment, but they would eventually regain their sanity. Is that so? For all I know, your treatment would simply force them to forsake one master for another. As far as my legion are concerned, they are no longer our people. They're beyond saving. Those who thought differently and tried to reason with them were butchered for their bleeding hearts. Come, we have to keep moving. I'm curious where Nero is, by the way. You know, I think the last time we saw him was with Omega, right? And I think we haven't seen him since. So I don't think he had anything to do with what happened in Boja or in Wurlit, right? I'm not mistaken, right, guys? Hey, what? No, ah! Get out of here, Ice Trap! There. Now talk to Alizé. I hate to watch you bear this burden alone. Silence. Oh no, damn it. Talk to Julius. Looks like we're not being followed. We will continue onward. He truly believes there's nothing that can be done for them. No wonder he isn't afraid to get his hands dirty. The surest way to limit casualties is to reach our destination without drawing attention to ourselves. Perhaps afterwards we can try again to convince Julius that the temple can be saved. I meant when I said these people deserve only death. I stayed my hand before only out of desire to remain undiscovered. And that is still the higher priority. We should continue to avoid any unnecessary confrontations. Keep following the railway. Even though we've had like 3 confrontations now. You know, I didn't get to participate in the 3rd one. Aether right, Aether right, Aether right, so near, so near. But the hit that new Aether right. Oh dude, we're actually getting close to the actual city now. That's kind of crazy. Wait, where's the Aether right? How did we miss it? How did I miss it? 4 or 5 more. Oh, dude, those people are definitely too far gone. Such a transformation is likely irreversible. To think they were once ordinary people. Look at what they have become. Would you still stand there and claim that they can be cured? Not when they act like that, dude. Those exposed to vast quantity of primal ether may suffer severe corruption. Even with treatment, such victims are beyond salvation. Then you admit it. Now that you have seen these monstrosities for yourself, perhaps you'll think twice about speaking of cure. No, but the ones who are not transformed can be cured, dude. Freaking listen. God damn it. Seriously, where's the Aetherite? There's clearly an Aetherite. It must be a cave. How do I... What? What in 7 hells? There's clearly... How is... There is an Aetherite shard in here somewhere. Oh, it's driving me... That's driving me nuts. Okay, that's definitely underground, right? Yeah, look, it's got a little patch. It's kind of like, oh look, it's underground, right? Question is, how do we get under there? Is something gonna happen in the story that's gonna reveal that? Or is there like another cave path somewhere like way somewhere else? You know... Oh wait. Though I wish there was another way. I thank you for keeping us from harm. Even here in the outskirts, it's plain to see how vastly different Garlemald is compared to other cities. We're almost there. You have kept your side of the agreement, so I will keep mine. This way. Dude, something's off. Dude, is that a fate? That's like literally 2 feet away from me. Hold on, fate. There's a fate. There's a fate. I must go to the fate. Let me go to the fate. Assuming people haven't killed whatever it is. Oh, hurry up! Hurry up! You're probably gonna beat it before I get there. No. Yes, I still have time. Oh, dude, they're kicking my ass. Oh, that's for me from healing. Oh, that's me from healing, yo. Oh, that is awesome. Oh, dude, I'm kicking. I love this. I love being a paladin. I love being a paladin. Woo! That was fun. Looked like I was gonna die, didn't it? Looked like I was gonna die, huh? Well, I didn't. I didn't die. I was okay. I was A-okay, guys. And so... Hey, that's the way down to the Aetheryte through here. Wait, how close am I to the... I'm really close to that Aether current. I see it! Now let's get to that. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I gotta get to this. This looks like an actual town now. Yalms to the west. Yeah, it's a little too far, so we'll just continue the story. Aha! That was right, that is a way down. This is Tertium, one of Garlemald's largest stations. It now serves as our headquarters. I've already sent the twins ahead. I will be with you soon, so wait for me at the bottom of the stairs. Yo, buddy. Theodora. I'm sure I'm about to get a crap ton of new extra quests here. But like I said, I won't be doing them on while I'm recording. So I would love to talk. Oh, hold on. There's a sightseeing log too. I gotta take care of that. It's this guy again. Imposter! I did attune with this, right? I think I forgot if I attuned with it. Aetherite's not responding. Oh no, can I not use it? I can't use it. Oh no. I had no idea they had such expensive structures built underground. Cutscene time. It's plain to see why they chose this as their base of operations. They could have done a lot worse. Even so, I imagine it's not the easiest place to live. Indeed, and if Julius was willing to make the perilous journey to Camp Broken Glass in search of food, their own supplies must be all but exhausted. They may be shielded from the wind and snow, but it's still bitterly cold. Much like Victor's spoils, it must be a constant struggle to keep their people warm. Lower your voices. While you may be here as my guests, the others will not take kindly to your presence. My commander is in the locomotive over there. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Good stretch. Not anyone I recognize. Opposing commander. The leader of the first? Possibly? Woo 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 woo. Woo.
These are their chosen representatives.
Very well. Let us hear what they have to say.
Yes, sir. I present to you our commander, Lord Quintus Vankina, Legatus of the First Legion.
Alright, cool. So it was what I thought. Just didn't know his name.
The first? I had no idea you had survived.
We lost our emperor, our city, more than half our troops. For my wounds, I may never take the field again. But we survived, aye. In a manner much to your liking, I dare say.
We have no intention of adding to your misfortunes, nor do we bear you any ill will.
Spare me. Though you children may speak in earnest, overtures of peace ever ring hollow in my ears. So long as man stands to profit from his neighbor's suffering, war is inevitable. Driven from our ancestral homeland into this blasted waste. Yet still you yearned to rob us of our paltry scraps. 'Twas only with Magitech that you learned to keep your distance. Though we knew it was only a matter of time before you regrouped and returned. Conquest and Empire were our only defenses. Emperors Solus and Varus understood this, and through their campaigns saw us grow and prosper. Much blood has been spilled in Garlemald's name, aye. But if it is a choice between yours and mine, then it is hardly a choice at all.
I do not deny that a great many conflicts throughout history were driven by the desire or necessity to gain by another's loss. That is not why we are here. Nor have we come to petition your aid in the war with the Telophoroi, grave though that threat may be. Our purpose is simply this. We wish to help you. Let us help you. If there is aught that can be done to ease your plight, we would be glad to do it.
Perhaps you would. But regardless of the ideals you espouse, your leaders would not send an army into Garlemald if they did not stand to benefit. If we accept their aid, they will expect their efforts to be rewarded once the Telophoroi are no longer a threat. And after compensation and concessions, the great empire would be brought to heel. Her enemies rejoice at her downfall. Our third eye, a mark of shame.
We won't stand idly by and let your people be humiliated. And we're not alone in that. We only want to make a difference, to make this world of ours better. Surely you can understand that. What I'm trying to say is, there are so many people who just don't care about making you suffer. And maybe that's almost insulting after all the suffering you feel the world has subjected your people to, but believe it or not, that's the truth. And now we're here, and all we're asking is for you to tell us what you want, what you hope for.
So much blood has been shed, so much lost. All because of this endless war. Who wouldn't want to end it? Can we not work together to face our problems as one?
Answer me this, young peacemakers. If a world without conflict is your desire, why reject the unity and prosperity of Garlemald? Is it because we do not share your faith? That we do not share your heritage? That our ideals and virtues differ? That we cherish and hold in the highest that which you do not? Disparity is the root of discord, and peace built on compromise is flawed and fleeting. Happiness for one and all is a dream, and the reality is that to the victor go the spoils.
It's gonna be hard to convince them to work with us, huh?
That is why we Garleans will never submit nor surrender. For freedom and for pride, we will remain true to ourselves until the bitter end. That is my hope. It seems there is nothing more to say on the matter. You will remain here while I decide what is to be done with you. Do not be alarmed. No harm will come to you, if you cooperate.
Yeah, I would believe you. Those people were not ready to freaking swing those weapons.
We will not resist. However, as your guests, I ask that we be allowed to speak with the other members of your group.
As you wish. I had no intention of locking you up, as by dawn you would be frozen stiff and you're no good to me dead. You are free to move about the encampment, but there is one condition. Collar them.
What are these?
Incentive. You'll be watched at all times. Stray too far or act suspiciously, and we will administer a rather painful shock. Stop. Keep away from that one. The champion of Eorzea is not so easily cowed. Even if he allowed himself to be collared, the shock would be no more than an itch. No. If he refuses to obey, we will activate the twins' restraints instead.
You bastard.
You needn't worry about us.
We'll forget we're even wearing them soon enough.
Even now, you still... Why go to such lengths? What is it all for?
Because even the most bitter adversary may one day see reason. On the coldest, blackest nights, meager though it may be, we share the warmth of our fire. We must share the warmth of our fire. I think I'm gonna go with the first one on this one.
You are a curious one. A far cry from the merciless barbarian others paint you to be. You will be their warden. Take them away.
Yes, sir.
The last bastion. What am I hearing? I have to remind myself not to touch it. Even if it starts to itch, I'd rather not set it off by accident. Anyway, enough about that. Let's learn what we can from the refugees. It'll take more than a trifle such as this to deter us. Compared to what Garlean's people have suffered in recent days, these colors are a minor inconvenience. Personae non gratae. Personae non gratae. Julius has his orders, unpleasant though they may be. As per Lord Quintus's instructions, I am to supervise you during your time here in Tertium. Before you ask, no, I don't have a key or any other means to remove your collars, nor would I tell you if I did. And if you try anything, you'll soon wish you hadn't. So do you truly intend to speak with others, or was that merely a ruse? We're in no hurry to disobey Lord Quintus, if that's what you mean. Or perhaps you doubt the wisdom of his decision. Do as you will, but remember, I'll be watching. If I catch wind of you doing anything untoward, trying to trick people into turning their coats and the like, those shock collars will be the least of your worries. Understood? Though we're somewhat compromised, to put it lightly, let's not waste this opportunity. I suggest splitting up and learning what we can of their situation. Above all else, don't use magics of any sort. You, on the other hand, may go wheresoever you wish, even outside the camp. I know full well I couldn't stop you if I tried. But you do not forget, if you do anything to endanger us or our interests, Alphano and Alizé will pay the price. It's you, Firemac Summers! I served under Lord Gaius in the 14th Legion. I was there on the night of the Praetorium fell. You and your venturers, you killed them. My comrades, my friends, swept them aside in their dozens as though they were nothing to you. And maybe I am too, just another faceless enemy to be cut down, but it won't be long until our countrymen return, until you get what you deserve. Mark my words! Sabinianus. So cold. This young soldier is on the verge of losing consciousness. I'm not allowed to warm him up? I guess not. Magitech radio. The radio is the same one the one used in Victor's spoils. Perhaps it is what saved the soldiers here from being tempered. Marcellinus. I know who you are, the so-called champion of Eorzea. Come to gloat, have you? I'll wipe that smirk off your face. By the blood of our fallen compatriots, I swear I'll... Damn. Toward the sutures. Of all the times, the worst of the lot within striking distance, and I can't even muster the strength. If it weren't for the third leading us, we'd be the end of you. Vergilia's treachery nearly cost Lord Quintus his life, but we made our escape, took shelter in a mansion, tended to the wounded as we prepared to strike back, and then night fell, and we gathered around the radio. Then the roar, the terrible roar. The capital was in chaos, but we were spared. If you could call this a mercy, mind intact, but body broken, a soldier and name alone. I'd cut you down where you stand if I could, murderer. Yeah, we did kind of kill a lot of other people. Okay, so you come with Julius, didn't you? Well, whatever business brought you here, you best keep your hands off that aetheryte. It's deactivated, but I'd rather you didn't mess about with it. There are others throughout the city, built by Garleans, for Garleans. Could teleport all over in a blink of an eye, provided there was a terminal nearby. These days, however, we use aetheryte's power to keep this place lit, though that comes at the cost of its normal function. Let's see. So you're just basically using it as a giant battery. I see you, Alizé. So cold. Probably hasn't had a proper meal in days. If only we'd brought some food with us. Perhaps I could use a little magic to... No, I mustn't. Gods, this is so frustrating. Did you learn anything of note? Everyone just wants me dead. Then your findings are consistent with my own. Their plight is desperate indeed. The sick and injured are at great risk. Without warmth and proper nutrition, I fear they will soon perish. I realize there's precious little we can do for them at present, but I cannot bear to see them suffer. Please, will you help me tend to them? Assist Flavius? The other car? I'm assisting you, Flavius. On your feet, soldier. Who's there? My eyes, I can't see all that well. Thank you. The numbness has subsided a little. But I know, I won't last much longer. You should look to the others who can still fight. Give them my ration. If me going hungry means someone else lives to see another day, so be it. At least I can still serve in that way. Woo, woo, woo! Get out of the teleport menu. So those you met fare no better. I was afraid you would say that. I know we were warned against meddling in their affairs, but we can't leave them like this. Perhaps we might gain permission to have the contingent deliver supplies? Quintus may have made his feelings on the matter quite clear, but even he must recognize that they are not in a position to refuse help. Maybe Julius could persuade him? Though we need to persuade Julius first. Alright, Julius, you're gonna help us out, okay? Well, seen enough? Julius, the people here have barely enough food and fuel to survive. Have you and the other soldiers been able to procure any more supplies? We've been scavenging provisions from the nearby houses, as most families kept some stored away in the event they were snowed in. Still, going out and getting it is dangerous work, and we have a lot of mouths to feed. Fuel is the greater concern, though. We had some cerulean set aside until it was stolen. We haven't identified the culprit. Could have been other refugees, or one that afflicted for all we know. Either way, we're down to the last dregs. Without the heating they need, those in poorer health are going to get worse instead of better. If it's ceruleum you need, our contingent has secured a ready supply. We can have some sent over. We will not accept your charity. If we can hold out a little longer, the situation is sure to change. Aye, everything will change. Where the change, dude? One of your comrades mentioned something along those lines. Those mysterious countrymen of yours, I assume? Heard something of it, have you? Well, from what I've seen, there's little you could do to interfere, so there's no harm in telling you. One of our scouts spotted a hooded man issuing instructions to the afflicted, or in the bachelor's words, loyal servants of the Telophoroi. Then he made his way inside the Imperial Palace, or what stands in its place. We identified the seat of the enemy's power. We realized Lord Quintus dispatched a messenger to the 10th Legion, saying as much and instructing them to join forces with the provincial legions to prepare for a combined assault on the Telophoroi. Once our allies arrive, your contingent will be sent running through the hills. Then we shall reclaim the capital by our own hand. Why waste your time on us when we can just all go together? God damn it. And how do you intend to survive in the meantime? At this rate, many of your countrymen will perish long before reinforcements reach Garlemald. They need help now. Say the word and we will bring you ceruleum. Listen to reason, dude. I will speak with Lord Quintus. So, did he agree to it? Of course not. No, he will not place Garlemald in the depth of our enemies. I have, however, been ordered to search for cerulean outside. As you are under my watch, you will come with me. Very well. After all, many hands make light work. You lot are more trouble than you're worth. Once we are outside, you will follow my instructions to the letter. We depart shortly. You know, they could just kind of like leave it close by and then we can find it. I mean, that could work. Like, what was that? That's somebody's in the car. Without our healing magic, there is little we can do for these people beyond offer words of encouragement, but this way we'll be able to offer them tangible assistance. Although this is hardly the solution we had in mind, it will have to suffice for the time being. His park materials. What's that? That's a referencing something, I just don't know what it is. Julius finds himself in a somewhat bizarre position of leading ambassadors on an enemy contingent on a salvage mission. We will begin our search for ceruleum in Regio Urbanissima. The first location is Forum Soleus, a park to the northwest of this station. You are to remain close at all times and act only as ordered. Follow me. So, over there. Ooh. This is the place. To think this macabre graveyard of War Machina was once a park. So this is a park. I'm surprised they found space for one amongst all these buildings. Actually, the recreational areas came first. The houses were later built around them. A healthy society requires communal spaces for children to play and adults to socialize. This park was named after the founding father of the empire, the great Solus Vos Galvus. Did we come to extract ceruleum from the wrecked Magitek armor? No, we've already drained it dry. Same goes for the rest of Machina in the vicinity. But as our ceruleum has been stolen, we must scour the city for every last drop. And while I don't expect to find anything here, I've decided to try one more time, in case something has been overlooked. I see. Then with your permission, we will commence the search. Isn't this where that 1/8 current was? I think it was. Though rather small by garden standards, the structure is reminiscent of a merchant stall. Perhaps it was built for children to play at a shopkeeper. There's nothing else inside resembling Magitek or any other devices that would be fueled by ceruleum. I see you, Alphino. A cursory inspection of the wrecked Magitek armor confirms that the fuel canisters have long since been drained of ceruleum, as Julius said. I don't imagine there would be much need for Magitek in a park of all places. But then again, I wasn't raised in Garlean. They may have uses for ceruleum that I've yet to consider. Julius ignores you as he stares at the water in silence, as if searching for something he knows has gone and will never return. Yeah, we're really right next to the Aether Current. Man. So there's no way to guess that this is what's gonna happen. Like, it would have been right next to the Aether Current right now. Several points of interest are marked in the map of Forum Solius. The pond, children's play areas. To your knowledge, however, none would require the use of ceruleum. Woo! What have I overlooked? Woo! Woo! Yeah, I don't see what I overlooked. Is something up here? Doesn't look like it. So... must be in the upper half. Oh hey, and there's a sightseeing log. Does this not remind you guys of Final Fantasy VII? Because it does for me. The contraption is built in the style of Imperial War Machina, armed with a battery of weapons and capable of transforming into different configurations, but on closer inspection, it appears to be no more than a children's slide. Oh, it's you. Any luck? Whew. There's no sign of any ceruleum. Hardly surprising, but disappointing nonetheless. I couldn't help noticing you gazing at the pond. Is something the matter? What? Yes, I mean... no, It's just, I used to bring my brother and sister here to play. The pond was heated to stop it from freezing over. So like all the other children, they just had to wade in and splash about. Would have stayed there if I didn't drag them out. We'd be sopping wet when all was said and done. Every time. And every time we'd get home, Mother would scold us, saying we'd catch our death walking around like that. The pond was heated. Was the cerulean-powered heater by chance? I suppose it must have been. Come to think of it, I remember seeing engineers changing out a tank beneath a hatch. But that was a long time ago, when the water still flowed clear and wasn't this brackish muck. We can't see a thing and I can't remember where the hatch might be. With the machinery most likely broken, the amount of filth in there is probably the only reason it hasn't frozen over. I wager it's still unbearably cold, though. Julius, what are your thoughts on magic? The average Garlean would jump out of their skin if they saw it. But the first has a few foreign signifier and medici, or medici. I think it might be medici. So it doesn't scare me. Then I take it you won't mind if I employ a little now. Alpha, no? As you have a knack for finding dry wood, why don't you bring me some? Once that's done, a blast of fur fire should do the trick. So leave it to me. You're not planning to go in there, are you? Of course I am. The tank isn't going to fetch itself. It's nothing so involved as extracting unprocessed cerulean from a frozen lake, like how the tappers do it. We're talking about a shallow pond in a park, and we have a way of warming ourselves up after. But that's insane! So, fancy a dip? A little friendly competition might make things interesting. The last thing we need is use catching a cold. Step aside while I drink the pond dry. That way we'll find it in no time. I like that one. Drink it like a freaking bowl of water, man. Or milk. That may be the stupidest thing I've ever heard in a while. And that's saying something considering who my brother is. I can't fault enthusiasm though. Let's do it my way first. And if that doesn't work, perhaps then you can try your method. With Alphino's help. Whee! Point of interest. You delve into the murky water but come up empty-handed. To add injury to insult, the icy wind on your damp clothing chills you to the bone. Oh no, I've been chilled to the bone. Julius, I'm gonna talk to you. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Point of interest. You delve into the murky water but come up empty-handed. To add injury to insult, the icy wind on your damp clothing chills you to the bone. Oh no. Oh no, George. Beneath the water, your fingers catch onto what you might think might be a handle. Hey, I found it! Huzzah! 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 Huzzah, yo! Copacetic! Yay! I have a bottle of nothing in the air. You open the hatch and retrieve a cerulean tank. Yes, I have it. It must be invisible. However, your grand discovery comes at a great personal cost, as you become acutely aware of the freezing cold and a rancid odor emanating from every elm of your body. Julius will doubtless feel compelled to pinch his nose shut when you deliver to him your prize. How does it look? You found it? There must be another one around here somewhere. Did you find anything? I hope you did. That's it! And there's still some cerulean left. Ah, the fire's still not ready. Hold on, I'll give Alphino a hand. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. It's gonna be voiced, maybe? I doubt it is, but it's worth a try. Call me an Uldan, because by fire I am reborn, and my clothes are mostly dry now, too. I appreciate you recovering the cerulean, but I wish you'd taken the time to discuss the plan with me beforehand. Despite the way you've been treated in Lord Quintus's eyes, you're still envoys deserving of protection. If you were to die on my watch, he would be most displeased. Your concern is duly noted, but all's well that ends well. Julius, you mentioned coming here with your younger siblings. Did you grow up in Garlemald? I did, not far from here. My father was an accomplished researcher in his youth, and for his contributions to the Empire, awarded an estate. We lived well, better than many. What was Garlemald like in those days? Everything. It was everything you could imagine, and so much more. Even during the coldest winters, we always found warmth and comfort at home. Coming in from the snow, taking off your coat and sitting down for a hot meal with family. visiting friends and relatives, receiving the same welcome, knowing they had everything they needed. Walking down the street, seeing the lights in the houses, hearing the faint sounds of laughter and song of happiness. And although the summers came and went all too quickly, in that brief respite, the ice would melt and forgotten grass make its triumphant return. Gray clouds gave way to blue skies. Some mornings we'd climb to the top of the tallest building we could find to watch the sunrise. Never again. Those rooftops are rubble, those friends dead, and those memories. But if I could reclaim even a fraction of what we once had, soon our chance will come. We must need to hold on a little longer. Well, at least my clothes are finally dry, though they could still do with a proper wash. Owing to the wealth of experience I've accrued in gathering firewood, I was even able to provide Julius with some basic pointers on the subject. I thought it might help to further build his rapport, and to distract him from his other concerns. Alright, so I think I'm going to end this recording. I know I said I was going to make it a double-hour recording, but I'm starting to get hit with some hunger pangs, and if I go into the next hour feeling like that, I'm going to suffer on the voicing quite a bit. So, it's basically break time, but I will not be fitting up... Well, actually, first of all, this is Firemac saying, Toodles! See you next time.